So hi guys, so let's try this again. This is my second try with this. The first version's too long, I can't save it, so I have to redo the entire video. So there'll be two videos in one. The second half should be okay, but this one I need to keep it to about 2 minutes. Bad news. I have bad news. Bad news. Okay, you guys. Um, I've been deported. Yeah, I've been deported from France after 13 years of making this country my home. And I've lived here legally for 13 years, paying taxes, contributing to the system, acting like a virtual ambassador for France. And you can see my videos on Instagram going back years. Marion underscore TD underscore Lois is my Instagram. And here on my YouTube channel at Marion Chronicles, which formerly was at Cruising Paris. And so I'm being deported. Why? Because I'm too poor to stay. According to the prefecture of Boulogne, I don't make enough money. I never really made enough money and they let it go. But for some reason this year, they decided we're done with you. You have 30 days to get out because we can't have you here. You're too poor. And you don't make enough money. And so it's a very serious thing because I don't get to take my retirement money, the contributions that I made to the Social Security system. And I think in the second half of the video, I talk about some new additions because once I filed this legal, proceeding to fight this, they've now upped the ante. So they're banning me from France and I guess that means also the rest of the European Union, like Italy, Spain, Lithuania, Germany. What's the Schengen? In the Schengen area, you have Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark. I don't know if I talk about it in the second half. Estonia, Finland, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Sweden. Potentially, the ban could, because once you're banned from one country in the European Union, you're banned from all the others, and all because I'm poor. Basically, they're banning me, and also, they won't assist me with leaving because they don't assist Americans. Like when I went to this place called OFI to get help with leaving, because the prefecture in the order that they gave me, they said that this is the order that they gave me. They said that I could potentially benefit from help with leaving. And, it's this place called OFI. So I go to OFI and she took one look at me and she's like, "You're American. We don't help Americans." She literally said, "We don't help Americans." This was before Trump deported all those people. So, because this was back in like November. So I don't think it's because of what Trump has done, but I think because of the American deportations, which are different. I mean, it seems that Trump is deporting illegals who are committing criminal acts, to my understanding. And it seems that he's paying for them to leave. In my case, I've lived here legally for 13 years and they decided that I have to leave because I don't make enough money to stay, and I guess that sort of makes me a potential burden and a menace even to French society. So there's that, and so I'm going to have to set up, I think, a GoFundMe. This is getting too long. I have to stop here. You go into the second half. I'm going to set up a GoFundMe to explain this better because I don't have enough space on my phone. I just wanted to say this so that if I disappear, if you guys don't see me, potentially I could be, under detention because that's what they said. If the court agrees with the prefecture, the hearing is tomorrow. I waited 4 months for this hearing. I don't have a lawyer. I did it myself. If the court agrees with them, the court would probably give me some time to leave. I mean, it could be as short as 24 hours and as long as God knows what, I don't know. But if they give me something like 24 hours and I can't leave because I have €5, literally €5 to my name, then they could put me in some kind of detention. So I just wanted you guys to know because I don't want, if I disappear and I die and you never hear from me again, this is what's happened, you guys. There's a second part to this, And then I'm going to put this on my GoFundMe and try to explain further because I don't have enough space on my phone. Thank you for listening, and hopefully you'll be able to help me in the GoFundMe. Okay, thanks. Sorry guys, so the what do you call it? The battery ran out, and so I had to start again. And then I looked at myself and I thought, oh my god, I mean, where's my lipstick? My hair's a mess. So I decided to put the hair down. So I don't want to look like as pathetic as this whole situation is, right? I will be darned, you guys. So anyway, so where was I? So now I'm banned, according to the prefecture. We'll find out tomorrow what the court, if the court decides that they're right. It's very likely that the court will, just because, I mean, who am I? You know, I'm up against the government of France. They want me out. I'm 57 years old. I've lived in this country for 13 years, you guys. I never imagined that I would be in the situation where I'd be deported from a country I love so much. I've been a literal virtual ambassador for this country for 13 years. I have paid, you know, social charges for 13 years. These charges were supposed to go to things like my retirement, right? And when I asked about my retirement, okay, I'm being deported. Can I have my 13 years of my retirement funds that I paid in back because I'm 57, right? I go back to America. Who's going to hire me? Look at me. Look at me. I am the epitome of what? DEI. Who is going to hire me, right? And basically, they said that I don't get my money back. I don't get the money back that I paid for 13 years. Not only that, but this place is called ERSAF that collects the money. They want me to pay like the balance due, like the money that you paid into ERSAF. It goes to things like your retirement. It goes to social charges. You get help with your rent if you're low income, except if you're a foreigner like me. You're not really guaranteed to get this money, at least not in my case, but you're still required to pay it. So even though I'm deported, they now have me in another proceeding where I need to pay off these balances so that, you know, French citizens who are low income can receive help with their rent, right? And with their whatever they need. I mean, even with the health system in France, I mean, since COVID, I haven't been to the doctor. I only went to the doctor during COVID because I was required to get the vaccination. I don't do doctors unless I'm like in dire pain. You know what I mean? I avoid, you know. So I don't even take advantage of the health system. I mean, the French system gives so much to its citizens. It's a socialist country, right? They help their citizens. It's not like in America where you're on your own. Here, they pay for things, but you pay into the system, right? Including for your retirement. I mean, we do have our Social Security in America, which, you know, at least we did historically. But after 13 years, I didn't pay anything in America, right? I paid here, but not only are they asking me to leave in 30 days, not only am I banned from the entire Schengen because I'm poor, but they're keeping all that money that I paid in, even though I got very little, almost nothing at all in social aid over the past 13 years. I do think that's a little bit unfair. I mean, it's just, I don't think that's right. You know, I mean, you're throwing me out. I haven't committed a crime in this country, right? I haven't broken the law. All I've done is I'm poor. I'm a poor woman. I'm poor. I've always been poor, right? I've always lived on the edge financially. And here it's even more. Here's what I would say about living in France. I mean, the money that I make here, if I made that in America, I would be well, well, well below the poverty line. It's like a joke. It's a joke. Okay, it's a joke. Like, I mean, it's just a joke. The difference is that here, I think it's much easier to have a good quality of life making far less, you know. And I was very, very good about planning. So if I see, for example, a toaster oven, and there was a toaster oven, I had to have my smeg, I had to have this, right? So I got an envelope, right? And I put maybe, you know, €2 for an entire year or something like that in order to get the things that I wanted, even though I'm very, very poor. And so over 13 years, I've built a little nest for myself, my little studio filled with the things I love and I value. All of that I have to throw onto the streets because I don't have money to move it to America. And there's an office here in France where, in the deportation notice, the prefecture of Boulogne said you may be entitled to some aid with leaving. So when I went to that office that they sent me to, the woman said to me, "You're American? We don't help Americans. We don't literally, we don't help Americans with this proceeding." So it means that if I don't have money to take all the things that over 13 years of saving and scrimping and suffering and sacrificing to have in my little studio that I just love so much, I have to put them all onto the streets and leave. The other thing is that if I, tomorrow, based on what the court says, they could say leave in 24 hours because it's already been 4 months since I was asked to leave. Remember, I had a 30-day notice back in November. It's now March. I've been waiting to hear from the court. If the court decides that the prefecture is right, I would have to leave whenever the court said, and they could say 24 hours. And I'm still in a situation where I have no money. Literally, I have €5, and that's on my good day, right? That's on my good day. €5 is like I'm rich in my life, right? And if they don't help me with leaving and I don't leave, they have also threatened to put me into this, I don't know, I guess it's like a jail. I don't know. I have no idea. I've never been in any kind of situation like this before, but it's called an let me just take a look at it here. It is called, une assignation à